Hi, it's T. Michelle Birdsong in New York City. The name of this video is How Jeffrey Epstein Died, Explained Eve, Earth Mother. Jeffrey Epstein was strangled to death by one of the prison guards. Check out the video. Dr. Michael Baden, B-A-D-E-N, makes bombshell claim about Jeffrey Epstein's death. October 30th, 2019, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Famed forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Baden was hired by Jeffrey Epstein's brother to observe the autopsy of the disgraced money man and sex offender. Brian Linus reports from New York. Money Man. Mr. Money Man, song on Edwin Birdsong's debut album, What It Is. Words by T. Michelle Birdsong, Eve, Mother of the Earth. Mr. Money Man, I believe, is on side 2. Okay, the mainstream media has been covering up news about Jeffrey Epstein's even before he was murdered. Project Veritas, they expose liberal bias in mainstream media. This James O'Keefe is the president. He caught his team caught ABC journalists on undercover ABC journalist Amy Robach on undercover tape saying she had the goods on Epstein 3 years ago. But ABC quashed the story. She had interviewed Virginia Giuffre, formerly Virginia Roberts. Miss Giuffre, 35, alleges she was abused by Epstein and was ordered to have sex with powerful men, including Prince Andrew, the Duke of York. In court documents, she said she was forced to have, I'm going to put the camera over here, to have sex with the British royal on 3 separate occasions while she was under the legal age of consent. I've had this story for 3 years, said Robach. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts, said Robach, speaking to someone off camera, but caught by Project Veritas. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who this is. This is a stupid story. When the palace, Buckingham Palace, found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew, and they threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid that we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will, Princess Kate and Prince William. That also quashed the story, the host of ABC's 2020 program added. Robach also says on the tape, the interview included allegations against former U.S. President Bill Clinton, like Larry Sinclair's book about his homosexual affair with Barack Obama was quashed. I added that. We had everything, Robach continued. I tried for 3 years to get it on to no avail. And now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. ABC's known for getting cold feet about controversial stories. EmmyOnline.tv, the National Academy, this is a new topic. The National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences announces winners for the 42nd Annual Daytime Creative Arts Emmy Awards, the Emmy Awards. The Daytime Creative Arts Emmy Awards recognize outstanding achievement in all fields of daytime television. The 42nd Annual Creative Arts Emmy Award winners includes Fountain Jones, the Senior Technical Director Vision Mixer at CBS News. Most secret, most unreported about organization, RSSB Radhaswami Satsang Bias, which is an escape from the world of death and rebirth. Radhaswami gurus have been brought down by American Black Fountain Jones, his wife, Karen Jones, also American Black, Daphne Nathanson, Jewish male, Susan Nathanson, Jewish female, Norma Nathanson, Jewish female, Manira Smith, Lebanese American, Linda Zitelli, American Italian, Nancy Gross, Jewish American, Suzanne Kissing, Jewish American, Roy Thomas, Black American male, and Jonathan Thomas, young American Black female. It all started April 2018 in Fayetteville, North Carolina, when this most secret organization, they don't advertise and they avoid publicity, most exclusive organization. You only get to know about it if you know somebody. If you know somebody already in the organization who can give you the inside scoop on the secret yoga organization. The rules are very few. The cost is zero. The rules, as of when I became initiated in 1970, were you must read 2 books on the subject of Satmat, Santmat, Path Back to God of the Masters, before applying for initiation. Also, you have to follow a lacto-vegetarian diet, no meat, no fish, no eggs, nor nothing containing their essences. You have to abstain for 3 or 6 months, I don't remember which, from inhibiting anything containing alcohol, and you have to abstain from taking any mind-altering drugs. You have to have had no sex outside of wedlock for 3 to 6 months. If you do these things, you can place your application with the secretary of your Sangat, i.e., congregation, who will forward it to India to the Guru, the Perfect Living Master, who in 1970, the year of my initiation, was Charan Singh. It wasn't until after his death in 1990 that one day I realized he was Jesus Christ. And he was the real Santa Claus, St. Nicholas. I did see him after his death, after his cremation. I saw him in Petaluma, California. Petaluma. PETA, PETA, operates under the ethical, Peter as P for people, for the E for ethical, T for treatment of animals. PETA, people for the ethical treatment of animals. It operates under the simple principle that animals are not ours to experiment on, to eat, wear, use for entertainment such as pets, or abuse in any way. Satmat takes an empathetic view of animals. When Charan Singh was a child, his job was to clear the stray dogs out of the Dara. What he did was he painted he got one dog and painted it in hideous colors, and then the dog ran away, and the other dogs saw him and got scared, and they all ran out of the Dara. It was an ingenious idea. I hope I explained it clear enough for you to understand it. Dara, D for dwelling, E for Eve's energy, R for heaven, A for atmosphere. ATM, ATM. MO for money. SPHERE for sphere. The Dara, dwelling, Eve's energy, heaven. An atmosphere. ATM, money, sphere. Sphere decoded. She, people present. ATR for her, E for Eve energy. Sphere. She presents her, Eve energy. Sphere definition. An area of activity, interest, or expertise. A section of society or an aspect of life distinguished and unified by a particular characteristic. It was not stated, but the goal of being on the path was to become like the perfect living master. Perfect. Then becoming him by falling in love with him. Then seal it with the kiss. Mr. and Mrs. Jesus Christ kiss. Then they could return to heaven, the ocean of light, fire. It's only in the last couple of years that I've realized that I was Mary Magdalene, Mrs. Jesus Christ. In order to become initiated by the Master, to have your soul connected to the sound current, you have to take vows. Sound current. Let's see what words we find here. S for sun. NRDERS. S. What is that? U. Oh, found. Orders. That's an O. Sun, orders. ORDERS. Put an F here. OUND. Sun, orders, found. D for daughter of the sun, to be mother of the earth. Eve. VE, Venus. Goddess of love and sex. Sun. E for energy. X for example. Sun, energy, example. Okay, so Eve's energy is the example of the sun's energy. Needs. D for divine, S for source. AM for am. OTHER for other. Let's read the whole thing. Sun, orders, found. Daughter of the sun. Conscious you is pointing to me. Her. RE for re, enter. T for truth. Heaven on earth needs a mother. Divine source. Am other. Order. The her. Eve. Okay, so it's saying that the sun's order is to find Eve, the true mother of the earth, because the earth needs a mother. The vows that you take at the time of my initiation are: 1. You vow to eat no meat, fish, eggs, or anything containing their essence. 2. You vow to abstain from taking mind-altering drugs, including alcohol, wine, beer, marijuana, etc. You vow to abstain from having sex outside of wedlock. The Master, Guru Govinda Singh Dhillon, often tells his disciples to get married. 4. You vow to do 2.5 hours of meditation a day, or in my case, the equivalent, 20 hours of concentrating or researching, contemplating, and writing my story, her story, for 20 hours most days. Moral requirements for initiation: abstinence from alcohol and drugs. 2. Non-violence. Ahimsa in thought, word, and deed, including vegetarianism, abstinence from meat, fish, or eggs. 3. Lead a truthful life. 4. Practice non-stealing. An honest, ethical source. Have an honest, ethical source of income. 5. Loyalty to one's spouse, life partner. Another version of the 5 precepts. Refrain from taking the life or sentient beings. This precept requires strict adherence to a lacto-vegetarian diet, no meat, fish, eggs, or poultry, no fertilized or non-fertilized egg. 2. Refrain from speaking what is not true. 3. Refrain from taking what is not yours. Okay, what else? Refrain from sexual misconduct. 5. Refrain from using intoxicants. Let's see what word we have here. I for pleasure, N for in, toxic for toxic, A-N-T for A-N-T-S. Pleasure and toxic ants. Any negative thoughts. Okay, so people who take pleasure in toxic, negative thoughts take intoxicants, okay? And you can neutralize your negative experiences with talk and share technique. Initiation into inner light and sound meditation. In the Sant tradition, the complete methods of meditation practice are communicated at the time of initiation, Diksha, by a living master, Sant Satguru, or by a representative of a master. A living teacher, being fully acquainted with the landscape of inner space, is able to impart to initiate candidates valuable guidance on how to safely make the journey of ascension to the inner regions during meditation practice within. Guidance. G for give, U for you, ID for identity, D for daughter, AN for angel, Michelle, consciousness, N for North Super Carolina event, E for event, guidance. Will give you an identity, daughter of the sun, angel Michelle, consciousness. Give you the identity of consciousness of Eve, earth mother, Venus, goddess of love, sex. Okay, that's what the guidance is giving her. So this kind of spiritual transmission and the details of Surat, Shabbat, yoga practices are not found in books, old scriptures of the past, and are not for sale, but are given freely to seekers by a living teacher. Swami Sant Saviji Maharaj says, what is the place to be reached? When we close our eyes and we see darkness, this is a realm of ignorance. When the light dawns within, you then understand that you reside in noble regions. Okay, light dawns. Dawn of Light is a book written by the projection of by Sarwan Singh, who is a projection of Michael John Spear. Noble, decoded. N for enter, O for order, B-L-E, O-B for obey, B-L-E for buble, L for will of Adam. Noble, enter order, obey, Buble, the will of Adam. Michael Bublé was Adam. Energy of Eve. Others decoded. O for order, T-H-E for thee, H-E-R for her, S for serve, order. The her serves. That's Eve serves. Ignorance decoded. 2, I-G-N, to ignore, A-M for angel, Michelle, N for North, C for Carolina, event. To ignore Angel Michelle in North Carolina event is ignorance.